Hey, man.
Hello.
What's he drinking there?
He say hello.
Nice.
Coffee.
Nice.
Can you hear? Coffee?
Yes,
Yeah.
coffee. Okay, cool. So, well, look at it, Art. Let's just be real frank here and up front. I don't know that there's a whole much that we can pull out of FURIA or even you for this game. What do you think is the one thing that could be the real undoing? How can you lose this?
I think if we don't play our game, I feel like the pressure, like the other way around, not then. And we feel the pressure. I think that's the way you can go down. Otherwise, if you just play our game and focus on playing the best we can individually and as a team and not never giving up, I think that's the key to not losing or not giving that any chance. But it's just CS, bro. CS, it's just like that. The underdogs can just upset anything, and it happens a lot. And we're just expecting like a match as usual. Can happen to start losing, but we have to do our best to not happen.
Okay. Well, look, Art, man, I'm sure that we'll be talking to you probably pretty shortly if I had to guess, but I don't want to put it all in there just yet. Thank you so much, Art.
Thank you, guys.
Cool. So, Harry, I know that you have like just a plethora of knowledge in that big old melon of yours.
Yeah, man, I got plenty. That's the thing, right? The thing I like about Art is even though like he's confident, he's still very, very charming and suave about it. And he didn't like come in and just like be like, yeah, we're just gonna wreck him, aren't we? Like not even a contest. And I think it would have been very, very easy to do that. But if one person knows that like a team can build itself up from not really being one that you have to pay that much attention to suddenly going on to be like one of the best teams in North America, it's a guy like Art, right? Who's been there and done it. And that's the thing, like not every team out there can just appear and be like, wow, look, man, they have a legacy comparable to that, like someone like VP. You know, like you can't just keep like, you can't always be the best team in the world. And when you first start playing, you just won't be. That's just how it is, right? And so, you know, like eventually legends have to leave the scene. And you know, like eventually the game just kind of draws to a close for them. And that's happened to a lot of individuals. And that's where teams such as the guys on Rebirth as an example, or even guys like the people from Triumph, right? Look at like the story of someone like Grim and how he's gone on to move into Team Liquid and is now finding success there. Not everyone is just born like some legend with some huge history behind them. In fact, no one is. You have to carve that path out. And so that is one of the coolest things about watching some of these lesser known teams taking on the big dogs. Because yeah, even if Rebirth just gets smashed out here, even if Triumph gets smashed out as well and they don't win a single series, that's not, they already did back a Pro League as well. But, you know, that's not the be-all and end-all. And this could be like the start of maybe not these teams as they stand right now, but at least for the individuals, this can be the start of like a longer journey.
Someone hire this guy as a coach. Like, that was the most motivating speech I've heard all week. Well, man, like, yeah, Mouseboss might you know, be in your DM.
Actually, yeah, Carrigan, I tell you what, if you need a coach, I'm overworking with these two, but at the same time, I've really learned some managerial stuff here.
I'm sure Carrigan's
I think I can nail it.
Yeah, and perhaps you could just go over when Carrigan's, you know...
Yeah, actually, to be fair, I do have that like direct like line to his house. Just one red phone. Oh, wait, there it is. Hang on, I could bring him right now.
You could, or what we could do is begin to bring in the map vetoes, because you guys have you've lost the plot. I think you've lost the plot, and that's okay. I was really following along until you said some people aren't born as legends. Because I looked across this desk and I saw one man that is almost close to being a legend. Almost.
Were you looking at one of these?
Yes. I was looking into one of those, one of those.
I looked down the desk and there he was looking right back at me.
Looking right back at me. Wow. Map vetoes right here, right now. Let's take a look. So we got Vertigo out of the way. That one's done. Rebirth said, you know what? We don't necessarily want to play that map. Maybe that does make sense because the comfort zone in this matchup by itself is already a talking point.
Yeah, the Mirage pick from Rebirth, it's a map they play a lot. It's also one that FURIA, while they do play a lot, haven't had the best results on as of late. So I think a lot of this, right, like for Rebirth is going to be trying to play to the weakness of a team like FURIA. I think you know that even your best probably won't match up if it's a map that FURIA are like decent on. And so this is nice because it's like that good little middle ground. It's one that Rebirth play loads. It's also probably their best map in the pool right now. And it just happens to be one that FURIA haven't had the best of times on. Then you got the FURIA pick of Inferno. It's all ending on Overpass, which is pretty cool because that's one that while we do see FURIA play occasionally, it's not like a go-to for them. So all in all, I think this veto is pretty cool. If we get to Overpass somehow through like some real trickery, that if we end up getting there, then that's going to be a pretty interesting third map.
What kind of buggery would it take, Harry?
Honestly, I think the thing that would have to go wrong is that Mirage gets off to a great start for Rebirth, and Furia starts to get very, very flustered by the fact that this is not a game that they should ever be losing. And that's like the one way that this sometimes falls apart. It's like teams, players, they come into the game, they're all overhyped, and like everyone's really, really confident, and you get off to a bad start, and there's like that kind of vibe where everyone's like, nah, it's chill. Like we'll just second half now, it's all good, we got this.
Yeah.
And then that time just never comes, and then suddenly it's like, woo! But I still think Furia are going to take it.
But the time has come, and that means we need to take a look at our predictions, because honestly, somebody's going to be eating their words. Now, probably not me, but we can take a look at it, because we've also factored in a brand new portion of the prediction segment, which would happen to be our confidence level on each prediction. You can take a look at it right here, right now. We're going to blow it up a little bit bigger for you. Now, 99% chance for myself, already on 2 points. Everybody's sitting on 2 points. Looks like pretty even kilter. And somehow Harry is 102% confident that Furia are going to win this. That's just 2 more percent of confidence than the rest of us.
3 more than you as well, Trace. I don't know why you always left that room for error. Like, oh yeah, you know, you're
just
never
in case.
100%, because one day you could lose.
Don't worry, man.
Maybe.
With my 2 extra percentage points, there's enough for you and Rush to both go up to 100.
You get a percentage.
And you get a percentage. And if you look under your chair, you all get percentages. But Trace, no, seriously, man, I think Furia are going to just absolutely annihilate them.
Yep.
Hugo, can you make us a believer of anything else?
No, Furia are going to ruin them. Yeah, I hope the Rebirth can show us something. I hope this can be a competitive series. But like,
do you?
No, I don't believe it. If EG Triumph is anything to go by, like, and looking at the team that we have on our screens, it's not just EG, it's Furia. They're dominant, they're aggressive, they don't respect you, they push. EG sometimes respect you, and even they were holding W every CT start.
Yeah, no, that's the big worry, right? Like, if Furia are out there disrespecting teams like, I don't know, like your Team Liquids, like EG's.
Okay.
What kind of disrespect are we about to see when it's versus a team that they should be above and beyond? And, you know, like, I did give that whole rousing speech about how, like, yeah, you know, man, the journey is to start somewhere. That doesn't mean I think they're going to come into this event and just start wrecking people, you know? I think it's got to be like this slow progression, but hopefully we see some signs of promise out of Rebirth, and it gives us something cool to keep up with for the rest of the event.
It really was an arousing speech, Hugo.
Absolutely.
An arousing speech.
Well, rousing, whatever you want to call it, Trace, it was there. And I mean, what is good, just to jump on that point, Harry, is we're going to have more matches, right? It's inside of this group, Furia, EG, clear favorites. Through and through, no doubt about it. But the other 4 teams up for grabs. There are spots. There are 3 places. And so between the New England Whalers, between Triumph, between these guys, there is a chance for someone else to show up and rise through the ranks. And maybe it will be Rebirth, but I don't think it'll be them today.
I mean, the New England Jailers, the New England Whalers, whatever it might be, Hugo, I think you are onto one thing there. But EG, Furia, and Group A at the very least are the favorites to go ahead and grab this matchup. Now, speaking of, we need to just go ahead and clarify some things right here, right off the top. There seems to be a little bit of a delay. Believe it or not, these things do happen. I would love nothing more than to tell you that there is a delay going on right here, right now, live, in real time, in the flesh, verbally, as I'm using more words to buy myself more time for us to get into the matchup itself. Eventually, it will happen. Mark my words. We know what we're doing. We know where we're playing. We know who we're playing with. And for Rebirth versus Furia, you look at this whole thing and you say, Zeus, how can I lose these?
Yeah, that's actually a great quote that's coming out from your man Simple as well. Yeah, no, I don't think Fury are feeling any other way. They even team huddled. We saw it on the camera as well, right? Like they're going in, taking it serious, like they do every game, every day. These guys are professionals. They live for the game. They grind. They've moved up and moved country just to play Counter-Strike. And yeah, I don't think anyone can not like Furia right now. They're pretty much all we have in terms of representation for Brazil in the tier 1 at the moment. So that's awesome, and respect to them, you know. What I did find was a bit sad was like, yeah, dropped out of this tournament as well. They're not going to be attending. But we do have Team 1, another Brazilian team that's following the same path as Furia. After their top 4 at WHG a couple of years back, they flew over to NA. They've been playing in MDL since, and we will see them in Group B.
And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this right here, right now. I think it just has to be put out there to the world that we're just waiting to get into the server. And I thought that you guys would be patient with us, but it appears as though you're just spamming the Twitch chat as if we don't have feelings. We don't have, you know, any sort of gumption about how this goes. But believe it or not, it is up to Hugo Byron alone. And when he's not ready to start the match, we simply don't start the match.
How much longer are you thinking? Just so I know.
I want to stall this out. I want to give Rebirth as much time as possible to, you know, mentally acclimatize to this situation. Trace, I've got one question though. What is your favorite flavor of gumption?
My favorite flavor of gumption would have to be the buffalo and ranch variety.
Disgusting.
It goes good on everything.
That is
so I'm just saying. No? All right, well, I just kind of figured that was the way to go. We're just waiting on one more player from Rebirth to jump into the server.
Who is it?
I'm not saying who it is. It doesn't matter who it is, gentlemen. It really doesn't matter who it is, as long as they do eventually connect to the client and then join the server. Well, that would be exactly what this matchup means.
It's online, so no reason to not show up and not perform, right?
Well, you would think so. I mean, that's kind of like a motto some people live by.
It's like you can imagine, you know, the guys on Rebirth, they probably would never pass up an opportunity to play in this server with so many legends like this, right? Yeah. So, you know, that's just not one that you would like try and like dodge your way out of or anything like that. No. So, yeah, man, just waiting to get this one all started.
None of them are unlocked.
Who?
Not a single Rebirth player is unlocked, and that's Harry with the news at 9. I'm kidding. We are kind of stuck in limbo when we think about this matchup itself. We know what maps. We've kind of driven home the point as to who's going to probably win this. But then you look at it and it's like, well, just connect to the damn server and let's play the game. It's that simple. You connect to the server and then you play the game. And it's like live on 3 scenario. You switch teams at 15 rounds.
And it's so frustrating because if this delay had happened like a week later, me and Hugo would have our Foxtrot fully planned out and we could just do that during this intermission.
You can just go for the tap dance instead, Harry.
Yeah, Harry, let's try that.
Keep it clean.
I have slides on, so I don't know if that's very good for what's it called? Tap dancing? That's
interpretive dance.
Oh, interpretive dancing.
Yes, interpretive dance.
The rain dance.
Yeah, and you know.
The rain dance, huh? Oh, no.
That was pretty cool.
That's about all you're getting out of me.
Good.
Luckily behind the desk and no one ever saw that. But I guess I just look at this entire North American landscape and overall I think it's just in a weird flux. It's in a weird place.
Yeah.
I wish I could give it a little bit more of an explanation, but the truth is that there's just such a power vacuum being created right now. And that does create kind of the issue that is North American Counter-Strike currently. You've got your top dogs, and then you don't even really have a middle of the pack. It's just basically everybody else. So on that notion, and off of my soapbox, we will go into a break. And when we come back, it will be directly into the game. Believe it or not, we are waiting on people to connect to the server. Please join the server. We'll be right back, everyone.
With the right CPU, you can turn any game from familiar to phenomenal. Unleash the potential in all your gaming with Intel 10th Gen processors. With its optimal balance of threads, cores, and frequency to deliver elite real-world performance, only Intel can bring Marvel's Avengers to life with in-game PC optimizations. Supercharge your Marvel's Avengers experience with Intel Core i5, i7, and i9 processors.
Ring ring! The IEM New York Experience Box is here. Hot, fresh, and delivered straight to your door. Tasty ingredients make this box a must-have. Claim yours quick at the ESL shop before they sell out. Oh, and there's no real pizza. Get your taste of New York while it's hot.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
I am the greatest! When you see me coming, better run for cover. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger.
Show me an opening in the clouds, and I'll take it, yeah. Reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Shooting through the clouds, I know it's alright. It's alright. Heavens are the limit now. Let's fly just one more night. One more night. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time. In the towers, looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside. 'cause it's a feeling. We watch the waves wash over the shore. The horizon was blinding. This could be the end of the world as we know it. Or this could be the end of the world as we know it. And we never thought we'd get this far. I'm gonna stay true. These songs I wrote for you. Oh, they make me blue. They make me blue. What did you say to me? You wanted to be free. Do you believe? I want you to believe. I want you to believe. I want you to believe. In paradise we burn through the night, getting brighter. And the sun never goes, and the sun never goes, and the sun never goes, and the sun. This could be the end of the world as we know it. Oh, this could be the end of the world as we know it. And we never thought we'd get this far. I'm gonna stay true. These songs I wrote for you. Oh, they make me blue. They make me blue. What did you say to me? You wanted to be free. Do you believe? I want you to believe. I want you to believe. I want you to believe. I'm gonna stay true. These songs I wrote for you. Oh, they make me blue. They make me blue. What did you say to me? You wanted to be free. Do you believe? I want you to.
As you can imagine, and as it was promised, once upon a time, a matchup came to fruition right here, right now. FURIA will go toe-to-toe with Rebirth, who had troubles getting a 5th player in the server, but now, fear not. The exoticness of this matchup is seeping through the server itself. Now we'll keep our eyes fixated, tuned in, and locked and loaded on Mirage. Mirage, whatever you want to call it. This is where it's starting, and we're going to be starting it off with a pistol round right here. Harry and Hugo by my side, as usual. Both on the left side, though. Neither one of them qualifying to be my right-hand man.
No, and already it's a very, very good start to this pistol for FURIA. They've taken down 2, and now they just need to take down 3 more. And that's really the ins and outs of this. They deal with old mate Pungsy down into the connector, and now Yuri, they know where he is. They're trying to hunt him down. Reggie will come in with that.
They're just trying to get the bomb back, but still locked in by these USPs, and so many grenades left for FURIA if they want to complicate things for Rebirth. Flash back in. Oh, Phantom deleted. Now it's up to Retchi in a 1-on-3. P250 in hand, no armor though. Aim punch is always going to be a problem here, and they're going to start spamming him. Triple peek for FURIA. They find the round, and that's going to be them kicking things off on the CT side. Map pick of Rebirth, rather, keep in mind.
Yes, it should go splendidly well. Like Splenda over sugar in your drink, which I would never recommend.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
I've noticed that Exotic isn't here.
Now, hold on now, Harry. We don't want to jump to
No, I'm not.
Is
But like,
Pungsy exotic? Is the question I think we're wondering. Or did exotic just, you know?
Well, I mean, the facts are this. We're playing on a client, and the client requires you to have a certain alias. Now, how many aliases exotic has? That's not up to me. Pungsy hitting a nice one onto Henny. And this aggression from Vinny will certainly pay out in dividends. Spades even from the top of middle. He's able to take down both Phantom and Carson.
I don't know who Pungsy is. I will say that much. I've Googled. I have found nothing. So we will continue with our regularly scheduled programming, assuming that all is well.
I'm looking as well. I'm like, so when you Google Pungsy, it does come up with Exotic's ESCA.
So what you're saying is...
But his name is Exotic on ESCA.
I'm very lost. I'm very confused. And, well... So is Keserato. He's had enough of this. He's having none of this, and he's going to push lower. They line up. He does a lot of damage, but Phantom takes him down. Couple of early kills for Rebirth. Keep in mind, this is a bonus round for Furia, right? They've got an AWP, but it's a default being held by Rebirth, and Furia just kind of give them the kills with these SMGs. One by one, they fall, and Henny is all that remains with this AWP. Alongside Vinny, who's pushing B. He could catch a low HP Phantom here, retreating, but actually they're going to regress. Vinny's in the right place at the right time. With the spray, takes down 2. AK's at his feet as well. He goes to the Deagle instead. Swapping out to the rifle, and this is all Vinny's. 3 kills. Retchy does respond eventually, but now faking the death cam and dropping under. Henny decoy towards B, and Retchy's making noise. Will Henny hear this one? Molly in the window, so the fake is not worth it as it gives it away, but he doubles back and baits Henny once again. Okay. The old 1-2 switcheroo, back to B he goes with a full set of util and the chance to plant. And he's faking it out again. Okay, now we're just overcomplicating things, Retchy. Back into lower. And he's probably going to hit the Molotov on B, but he hasn't rotated yet. Still going to come in through mid. Another Molotov for Retchy in the window. That's what, his 3rd, his 4th? I'm losing count. I'm sure Henny is as well. Back to B he goes. He could have had the free plant. He could have had the free sight. But instead, Henny's going to be coming up fast from short. Now, plant should still be allowed if Retchy sticks it. Henny will be quick on this retake. Uh-oh. Yeah, what? Okay, well, it's ambitious. We'll say that.
It's kind of like an around the world and back again, and then maybe go back, but are also around the world once more. Science.
Right, so also, to complicate matters further in this whole naming debacle,
yeah.
Whenever Art killed...
We've got confirmation. Pungzi is Exotic.
Right.
Pungzi...
Fake nicking, not for the first time, but that's fine.
Right, okay.
Okay, well, you got Hugo Byron ruffled like a potato chip.
So, right, okay, that clears a lot up. Now, it is 2020, I would like to remind everyone, and the era of having a weird name in the server died like 7 years ago, and so... That's an interesting move there. Interesting.
Towing the line. As they often say.
Well, now we're into this 5-on-4 for Furia.
3, actually, Harry.
5-on-3. Numbers never were my strong point, but not like anyone on the Rebirth side could say anything, because letters aren't theirs, as Exotic dropped out of the round. And it's all actually onto 4-pack. He's got himself the Deagle. Now, in the apartments, well, I say apartments, it's Palace, but you're real OG, you call this apps as well. It's going to be 4 on the board for Furia as they deal with the pistol as well. Rebirth coming in with a buy.
It's a weird game, man. One weird game, and Furia look to make it weird and wonderful. Locking in another.
Oh, Banana Man in the top left. Can't ignore that guy.
Like it.
That's actually Exotic on his 3rd account. That's Bonanzi. 4-pack. Down through middle, but let's get out of there thanks to the spam.
Oh, Vinny. Up for grabs. Retchy grabs him. It's actually not Carson who kills him. It's Retchy in lower mid. So, yeah. Take that every day of the week. Man advantage. Where do they go with it? One picked up and joining him in mid. Oh, has a gap in the smoke. Now, Carson's still boosted here, and he's going to shoot back on the reload, but gives away his position and only gets damage for it. Art lives to fight another day, or at least another moment as the window smoke fades. He's dead. Surely there's no smoke to get him out, and he takes a player with him. Great work for Art. 2 in the round, and gone now. Rebirth in a 3-on-3.
Ooh, 4-pack just walks to his death. Carson down here in middle might face the same fate as he gets up on the bench. That almost left him in the eyes of Keserato. But instead, it's going to be Yuri who deals the killing blow. 5 on the board for Furia.
5 on the board for FURIA. Pungsy getting himself a Molotov kill there, but still. No points.
Yeah, just going to be a little A set piece, right? With these smokes falling at stairs, CT, jungle. But look at look at him go. He's in T-spawn before Rebirth have even left it. The AWP of Henny just coming alive. The shooting gallery is in. And boy, oh boy, have they painted a pretty picture. They've done all of that without art, though. And 4-Pack has gotten in through the jungle. Okay. Now down into middle as well. He's retrieved this AWP. Onto another. Art removed. That flank, it goes around the world and comes to a close very, very quickly. Smoke into com, but 4-Pack goes through it. Vinny waiting back in CT. And well to make this round close when you consider he was 1v4. But that's the end of his journey. As FURIA do come in swinging with a 6th.
Yeah, clean stuff so far. Rebirth still with the money, though. They can rebuy back in. FURIA double AWPing. We've seen them get as many as 3 on this CT side of Mirage. Not like FURIA needs solutions yet, though, right? We've not seen all too much from the T side AWP. We'll wait to see if that builds into this half. As Rebirth, they get given mid, but they can't get much else from it. 3 AWPs, okay? It's not like even a counter. FURIA, they just want to flex, and boy, are they going to. Art, Serato, and Henny all wielding the weapons. 4-Pack has his. Art's pushed into the palace as well. He might catch Carson coming in late. Just moves off. Or moves in, rather. Missed shot between the legs. Nutmeg going back, and he can't follow up. Art is trapped to the pillars, but he is a very fast individual. So my money's still on him here. Carson trying to jiggle a shot. Art does lock it in. He even had support from Yuri if he needed it. 4-Pack is waiting for the ramp exit, and he might find a kill here. Headshot onto the AWP. 1 of 3, and Rebirth back out of A to get the bomb.
Well, what can you say about that one, Harry?
Oh, well, there is a kill over here.
From Pungsy.
Out of the, out of Palace. Henny now trying to step up to hold on, but 4-Pack is going to get the better of him. Now, will anyone account for Yuri? Oh, dear.
Jump on his head, jump on his head. Yeah.
Pungsy didn't know, and down goes Phantom as well. That is absolutely unreal from Yuri. Just waits. So patient. He's breathing down their necks, and he puts up almost all the kills, but he still has to get past Rechi, who's feeling sick at the sight of it. In towards this A site he goes, but with 10 seconds left, the swing from Yuri doesn't actually net them the round. Rebirth come in with their first early on.
Yeah, definitely didn't need to swing there, but kind of hoped that he would get away with a kill onto Rechi, just trying to fight things out, trying to close it. Pushing with the bomb to the site, but denied. It's Rebirth's first round. They're on the board early, at least, right? We saw that EG Triumph game that went on for a while before Triumph were able to field around in the first map. I think it was 8-0 for EG. Well, FURIA will finally crack, and with the triple AWP investment in the previous round, it's an expensive one to lose. Henny's lower with the smoke. 4-Pack above the boost on mid. Oh, he's unscoped. He's not moving, and Henny's going to take him out of the round. Phantom trying to keep things intact, does trade. Art's push Palace again. Carson, second time around. Can't do any better. Art hits the immediate shot. He hangs around for longer. Phantom's taking the AWP, and Exotic's pushed into B. There's only one player here right now. He beats the smoke. Serato tucked on the bench. Exotic with the Molotov are going to clear Car. He can flash himself out as well. Try and make a hero play here for Rebirth, but instead he bails back through the smoke. Well timed considering there's 3 players rotating into this B bomb site. FURIA have almost stacked it now. Art's going to check mid with a flash and hits Phantom low. Doesn't expect a repeat from the same angle, and Phantom keeps things in a 3-on-3 for now. Bomb's still in Palace.
Well, Phantom, a little bit of a fade away there from the top middle. And I say that he fades away from this round. Yuri left in a 1-on-2. Exotic's going to be down to 11 HP. Retchy's going to be planting the bomb on A. So who's been rused now?
Oh, he's been rumbled. Does he check it? Surely. Looks like it. And he's going to get the kill. Low HP. Easy for Yuri. 1v1 now. Retchy's had all the time in the world to pick a position in this post plant. Yuri flashes his way back in. Retchy is going to hear him coming out jungle. Planted for CT, and Yuri's looking mid. So free kill. Retchy coming out with a clutch again for Rebirth. Back-to-back rounds they find on this T side. Another money finally drip dry from FURIA.
And yet, they're forcing anyway. There's just something beautiful about it, isn't it? Isn't there? Isn't it? And,
yeah, both of them would have worked.
Well, this is what you want to see. Or maybe it's not. What's in a name? Furia down here with the Force Spy. And now some utility moving in from Rebirth. There's one blocking off Henny in the middle of the site. This is a lot of smokes. That much is certain. Will that help at all as they run on in with the Mac-10s? 4-pack does open up, but nobody's... Oh, Henny made noise! Still, down with one, down with the bomb, and Henny gets it close. He's still fighting, and there's another Henny. All right, USP up in the air. Arts wrap the ramp. Carson is going to get one, but Henny dinked him already, and so Yuri swings out with the Deagle. And that is absolutely disgusting.
That's filth from Henny. How does he live so long, right? Getting the damage onto 4-pack, stopping the bomb, switching weapon, killing him on the jump up, still dinking the final player. Just unbelievable scenes from Henny.
See, my pistol shots would never land like that after jumping, of course. And that's why we've got the banana in the fan cam that you can join too, IEM.gg/fancam. Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakezilla. More smokes over the A site. Back they go. Henny peeking off of the stairs. Going to get away with two. Smoke on the Molotov under Balk. This time the CT1 does land as well for Rebirth, but the shots aren't. They are getting mown apart. 4-pack with some Deegs though, and he's bought time. He's bought a 1v2 here inside of the site. M4 picked up, needs to get that reload off, and Vinny's going to use the time and the sound to reaggress on top. 4-pack hasn't seen his head. It's so close. Has someone called it? Oh! Yeah, he saw it this time, but it's all too late. Deleted by the nades. And FURIA find 8.
What will you say about that one?
I tell you what, man, I do actually like the 4-pack. I'm not going to pretend like I know who he is or like what he's accomplished, but he's looking pretty sick, and I love the little mouse wiggles as well that he does. Like, he's trying to let us know, like, I know he's there. Don't you worry. I know. Fortunately, with FURIA, you can kind of think you know everything that's going on, and then suddenly it feels like you never knew all along, actually. So, nice attempt at a partial investment for Rebirth. 4-pack going to try and work his way up through the ramp.
Ooh. Even when you're holding for it, you sometimes can't put a stop to it. It's the FURIA aggression patented. We know it, we love it. And Rebirth, they're wearing it. That and a few bullets. 4-pack does get out into the A site. Palace has been a bit of a problem for Carson getting past the AWP, but 4-pack is checking under, and Yuri still wins that fight. Of course he does, smoking under Balk as well. Did Vinny dink him, or was that through the wall? I think it was a wall bang. All is good. For now, for FURIA. A low HP, susceptible to nades. Carson doesn't have any that will do damage. Let's avoid that HE. Player coming in from lower is Phantom. Retchy's bringing the AWP and the bomb up on ramp. Vinny re-aggressing, might find this kill, but Phantom is a bit of a ghost for now.
Phantom sounds. Eventually lead to Phantom frags. He takes down Yuri and gives us a 3-on-4 over here on the A site. The bomb now just making its way away. And actually is going to get the plant.
Oh, they got it.
Oh, and Retchy doubling down with this AWP. All right, Phantom at the stairs. Caserato's got a Vandal over in CT, and he's creeping into this site. They're going to get stuck in. However, Phantom in with one, and Retchy there to cement it with 3 in the round. That's nice from him. Those are some very convincing AWP shots to put a 3rd on the board for Rebirth. And once again, there's no money for FURIA, but with a double eco looming, this might just be another force buy. And hey, what do you know?
Yeah, they won the last one, right? No reason to not do it again. But will it have nearly the same success, right? We've seen Rebirth go back towards this A site quite a lot. Looks like they're lining up util for another execute. Jump up into the palace, cast some flash, and he full whites himself, but he gets away with a kill. It's traded, nonetheless. Gun on Art, drop. It's going to go back for the other weapon, and Retchy follows up late into the palace. Art was not ready for that one. Punishment coming through. Rebirth still ready for this A execute. Vinny trying to regress, get close position, something that Rebirth might not expect. We've already seen players on the balcony be unchecked. Just find the gun, dropped over by Art. Vinny now under Balk, and his teammates, they decide to rotate, then they think against it. Caserata goes back to mid, because Rebirth have been very slow in these mid rounds, making FURIA doubt themselves. And maybe for good reason. The bomb is leaving. 4-pack alone in the palace. Everyone going to regain the lost control in middle, or so they think.
The last thing that 4-pack wants to do is give this AWP over. With 2 players nearby, gonna have to be something pretty slick if he wants to keep his hands on it. Now, the bomb outside of B, they start to throw in all this util, and maybe this makes someone from FURIA just blindly run into the open and discount this palace position, but not for Vinny, who swings and deals with 4-pack. Now a gun dropped up in palace, and a retake that you could attempt if you're FURIA. You're a 3-on-3 though, and there's going to be a lot of time in between that bomb going down and you arriving at the scene. What would happen if Vinny's shot right now, huh? Well, not now. They've moved out of the way, but
probably nothing.
I think it's too thick.
How many C's?
Like 6.
And that's real thick, dude. That's like a triple scoop of mayo on a cheeseburger thick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a vegan burger, I guess.
What kind of, well, what measurement are you using for scoops? Like
serving spoon.
Serving spoon.
Of course. Why would you use anything else for mayonnaise? What are you guys talking about? Come on.
Mayo, man.
Well, it hates you right back.
Right, well, Chase, how about this one? We crowdfund a mayo maze, and it's a maze made out of mayonnaise.
It's amazing.
A mayo maze.
Nice.
Come on, Trey.
Such a miracle quip. No?
Nice.
All right, guys. Yeah, man, I love it. I feel like I've been born again. But Rebirth, on the other hand.
Trace, read out that lower third in your voice. Oh.
Start your esports career now.
There you go.
Play.eslgaming.com.
That's pretty good.
Start your esports career now.
Oh, he's found a lot of little kills through the window smoke. Little gaps in the armor, but none today. Retchy fires back. Vinny's up in ladder as well. That Molly might push him forward or back, depending. Art gets caught by the spray. Vinny stands in between the flames and he looks for revenge. Oh no, he's giving it up and he's not found anything from it. Vinny now in a precarious position with a double peak looming. Here he's going to try and help him out from mid. Vinny gets, 4-pack gets boosted and takes down Vinny instead. And this is falling apart. Henny with only a leg. He needed that kill. He's trapped in the open. Push from the ramp side. DK for Henny. And he might just survive after all. He can't see through the smoke. And Caserata, 2 health to his name, 2 kills to be found. He's running CT. There's no bomb for Rebirth, though. They've got to split.
You've got to go and get it, because you can't go without it. And so Carson on the journey. Caserata Waiting back here in CT. Looking to deny a bomb plant. Carson looking to allow a bomb. Oh, well. Oh, wait, what? Oh. No. All right. Okay, Serato, here's the bomb go down. Creeps out of CT. Now, Carson's like keeping an eye on it. He's very, very paranoid. And I would be too. Okay, Serato sneaking in. And there's one now. Just Phantom left to find. And he's retrieved the AWP as well. That's going to be a mystery to Phantom. Scoping up. Should have this info. Smoke goes down to block off the jungle, and Serato does have an AWP to play around with. He's going to tap the bomb to try and bait a peek. Now, one bullet is all that's needed from Phantom, and now on the bomb, and oh dear, luckily enough, Phantom does get it back under control. That's not fun to watch, though, as that was a little too tense for my liking. Henny with this beautiful display.
Nice try for K-Serato, man. He plans for every contingency. He goes, fine, if I'm smoke spammed, I'm smoke spammed. What can I do there? But he smokes the jungle. He sticks the bomb away from CT in case he's been wrapped. He still doesn't know that. And, you know, if he stuck it on the other side, maybe he would have got it. Who knows? Really nice try nonetheless. He even drops Art and M4 in this round. It's full eco otherwise. They know that just one gun can make things start to fall apart for Rebirth, but can that gun do anything? Art spotted and mollied off. Back to middle they go. Luckily, Rebirth haven't pushed to trap them in this position. They're holding strong. And that's one thing that has been good for Rebirth on this T side. Like, they know what FURIA are going to do. They know that this aggression is going to come. And even if they haven't always been able to stop it, they've been trying. They've been holding. They've been defaulting. And Punksy stuck. Tagged down. Last time he was killed from that position. Carson's been attempting to be passive in Palace, but has often led to him getting picked by the AWP of Art. Oh, 4-pack covers. Art had the Tetris player on lock, and Henny will still hit the Deeg, jumping up his Vinny, and there's still Yuri on the balk. 4-pack, he can't go anywhere. Uh-oh, they're hunting him. Uh-oh. Yeah, as soon as FURIA figure out where you are, they're going to push you, and they're going to take that gun away. Now running towards B. Rebirth, they're here. This time they need to commit.
Didn't make the short jump, did old mate Henny, but Yuri will. Shows him right up, doesn't he? As now he moves into short with this AWP. Bomb going down, but Henny moving in through the apartments, right in behind K-Serato, and Yuri. Oh, he got that? And the USP just wipes out Exotic as well? All right. Okay, yeah, FURIA get away with that one.
You just can't take anything for granted, right? Like when you're in a game like this, it's unreal. That was one weapon. That was nothing. That was pistols.
Yeah, that was literally nothing.
No, it doesn't even get a kill.
I'm lost for words.
Yeah, me too. Great round for FURIA, man. They find that AWP Palace. They chase it down. It finds some multi-kills in on the retake. Look at these shots.
Look at the second one.
Yeah. Oh, well. Psych. You should have been watching the first time around.
That's a joke on you.
Yeah, not me.
You're not paying attention.
Double AWP is out again for FURIA.
Why wouldn't you have been watching? Why weren't you believing in FURIA? Sorry, Hugo.
That's fine, man.
Just really had to get my point across, and maybe in a minute when you start talking.
So back to the oh, good. Okay, well, back to the action, Harry. Take it away.
Yeah, it's good old repeating the same joke over and over again. But Phantom, he's not repeating anything as he's opened up onto Yuri. And now they're even boosting a man up to stairs. And he might just have two locked in here, and indeed he does. Sprays them both down. Henny back in CT. Moving up. Gonna deal a bit of a killing blow here with that AWP. And K-Serato's doing a great job of getting their attention. Missed shot from Henny. Sprays in for old mate K-Serato, getting chased down by 4-pack. And oh, that was the lineup, but not the killing blow onto one of those two. That is now a 9-6 half at the end of things, with FURIA sporting a lead, but a close game from Rebirth nonetheless. Catch us in just a moment when we're back with the second half of play.
I saw you look at me that way, it broke my heart to see. It's too hard, it don't come easy. I went dark, I lost it right away. And when it starts, God knows what I'll say. In my head, I had good reason. I went red so unexpectedly. I should have said that sometimes happens to me. It was a moment of darkness, a moment in time that I regret for being so heartless. It was a moment of darkness. Rising out the ashes, coming from the ether. All I hear is static. Breathe a little deeper. Fallen, broken, a million light years away from home. My eyes opened, and now I've come to claim.
The Intel Extreme Masters, New York, Online 2020. And we are alive. Let me tell you that. I'll tell you right now, we're real alive in here. FURIA versus Rebirth Esports. There was a little bit of a name situation, but perhaps we'll clarify it for you. Pungzi is actually exotic. So now you know. And also, if we're going to go off just some straight name calling around here, since that seems to be what we like to do, I got Harry and Hugo sitting right next to me. And they've got some words of their own. So who's going to do it first? About the pistol round.
Yeah, man, we're getting right into it. We're getting ready. I'm excited to see what FURIA can bring here on the T side. Rebirth fielding an impressive CT side, to be honest, right? 6 rounds up against FURIA. You'll take that all day long. And an opening kill to begin the pistol as well. Ooh.
Behind enemy lines. Rebirth are playing retake on A, right? They got the kit smoke on Phantom. He's on the B-bomb site. That's where FURIA are going, but the looks of things, a 3-up cat right now. 2 in the site. Phantom wiggling and jiggling. Bomb coming through apartments on the back of K-Serato. Smoke dropped. He's going to try and use it to play around. Vinny gone. Phantom trying to follow up. Exotic does flick back, and now it's a 2-on-3. FURIA are a little bit trapped here, and now it's only K-Serato falling out of the palace into the site. 1-on-3, and Rechi's here as well, tagged up through the box. There's a follow-up for K-Serato, but he does get traded. And Rebirth, 60 rounds and a pistol. They could equal this one up pretty quick.
Yeah, they really could. There's like a real danger that they get this map in the bag, right? And I already think that Overpass is going to be an interesting one if we get there. And so suddenly, like, the odds for Rebirth, you know, I don't think they're looking incredible just yet, but they're certainly on the rise. You know, this is a close affair, and we're seeing some pretty good CS out of them right now.
FURIA have been buying at pretty much any opportunity, right? Even on these ecos, dropping Art at Galil in a round like this, right? They want to get anything they can. And they know that, as it was proven in the first half, like some rounds, they buy one gun, they get a kill, they throw the guns over, they start to, you know, spread the weapons across. And FURIA finding upset force rounds. So, yeah, I don't believe in this one too much, right? It's just a Galil with P250s and Glocks, but anything they can get would be lovely. Art's going to go into middle, Phantom spotting. Waiting for likely flashes to go back into mid-fights. Rechi's going to throw one out. The Phantom's already given it all up. FURIA given mid at least, but where do they go from here?
A lot of noise made towards the window, and that's because FURIA are jumping through yours. It's going to be Retchy there to answer the call, and they just want to keep on feeding a little bit. They grab a Galil out of the window. A little bit of a salvage. In the meantime, Retchy had continued on a tear and netted himself a nice little montage of frags right there, 3 to be exact. At the end of the day, it is going to be Rebirth who picked this one up, and we're looking at 9-8. You guys said it wasn't possible. You predicted FURIA, and now when the tides are high, when the water's running high, where will you stand, Hugo Byron?
I have no fear yet, Trace, right? Like, even if Rebirth take this map, I'm going to recall the reverse sweep. Like, I think that would light FURIA up. I think that would give them a reason to fight back even tougher, even harder. And yeah, FURIA, you know, they're buying again into this one. Let's see what they got on this T side. This is where things could get very much out of control with AKs in their hands. Art's low money, and that spam to the smoke finds Vinny early. The mid control in the favor of Rebirth. They're going to push the top and drop the bomb. This one's getting a little bit scary for FURIA as legs get seen. Out lower, Retchy with the spray. Queserato looking for a kill out A, but nothing's been given to him. The Org is hiding behind triple. And even though 4pack doesn't actually know, Retchy's going to run under and die. Now he should have the info. Queserato's been loud about his approach, and he will fall as his teammate does. Rebirth on 9, winning the first gun round. Orbs out on the CT side. This has been one impressive thing for Rebirth, even in the hands of other players like Retchy, but usually 4pack. We've seen this Orb come to life. It's been a good round to do it. Again, FURIA's money just like so weird, so all over the place because of this constant rifle on every eco round. They just try and do it, and it leaves players like Henny in a bit of a hole when it comes to the money, so he can't even buy an AWP moving forward. Obviously, he wouldn't have it anyway, but this is going to put him back by a couple of rounds. Art really needs to find value from this gun. Queserato does get a kill on the A site. It's a weapon dropped over. Art is gone, though. AK retrieved. Armor not available for Henny to jump into the AWP. 4pack doesn't realize they're in the site. He gets caught out in the open. Retchy drops the bomb, and it's just going everywhere for FURIA. This is very weird. 3-on-2. Yuri has found the AWP off of 4pack's body, but he can't hit the shot, and now Rebirth just buying time.
Yeah, this is exactly what we talk about, right? Like the potential for overconfidence to maybe start to play into things, right? And these hyper-aggressive forces, while they are kind of, you know, the FURIA style, it definitely feels that they're playing this very, very loose T-side right about now. And Rebirth catching them, rotating that bomb through the connector. That's not like a very typical FURIA mistake to see, but it definitely impedes their ability to get anything done in that round.
Yeah, Rebirth have either been all in mid or completely giving it up, right? With like not a single player there. So one or the other. It's kind of nice to see. On the same page at least. And when they do give up mid, FURIA have often just been getting caught out by stacks and sites. Push towards the A ramp now. Mid giving up again. FURIA going to look to take it with numbers. Queserato holding for the ramp push. He's got that at least. Rebirth going down a man early. Will that tempt FURIA into this A site? There's only Exotic there. Rotator coming through from CT right now. And FURIA pushing a smoke to get into position. Ooh, I like that jungle smoke. Look at the room it's given FURIA into jungle.
Yeah, with Queserato winning that fight, moving into the A site becomes a pretty tantalizing prospect. Carson trying to hold the line, but does get bested in the head-to-head by Vinny. Phantom out through CT already, but picked off by Art. Leaves it all on 4pack, who's all alone, likely just going to try and hold on to this AWP. But will FURIA let him get away? They're not really knowing to show mercy, so not looking good for 4pack here as he's hounded down. Doesn't know about the player in the site, and in fact, seeing Vinny in the window, if anything, just made him believe that the site was clear and that the players are only just arriving in the market. So as he's trying to hold window, he gets peeked. FURIA tie this game up. And with it, We're going to have a double AWP investment come through for Rebirth. It's Carson and Phantom picking them up.
Retchy with one hell of a game right now. 22 and 13, relegated to a Deagle on this round. It's not where you want him, but beggars can't be choosers. Money isn't great for Rebirth. AWP on B, flashed out. 4-pack spam through the smoke. Nice cover from Henny. Allows Art to push in deep. We're going to drop into the site. Only Carson here to put a stop to it. He runs through the Molotov, smoking it off. Art's in. Carson knows, but Art looks away. Flicks back in time with a dink, and Retchy's going to trade. This is still doable for Rebirth, but Retchy needs to stand tall in the site, and Vinny's got him out of the apartments. Even a lurk in middle coming in on the flank won't be required. Exotic's up in A Palace right now, and FURIA have the B bomb site.
So I haven't seen Exotic with an AWP yet. And it doesn't look like he is the man AWPing at all, right? That's fallen instead to guys like Phantom, picking it up in this round.
4-pack.
4-pack as well.
Yeah, I mean, that, like in his debut teams, when we saw him coming up through CLG.
Yeah, I remember like in Splice. I thought he was a pretty sick AWPer, right? Back then. He definitely had like a lot of promise. And then obviously there were like twists and turns along the way. But he still had a lot of talent in the server. It's weird to see him not donning the AWP. I was hoping we were going to get to see that, but still have yet to have that prophecy come true.
It's not going to come now. Money is even worse. It's where... Ooh. Oh, I was going to say...
And he was about to get it, man. He was about to get it.
USPs, man, they had promise in that round, right? 5 window peak, they dink Yuri straight away, they do some damage, and then FURIA just flawless take the round right back out of their hands. Money is there, sort of, not enough for an AWP on anyone, and so rifles coming through. FURIA taking the lead right at the end, locking it down. Can they keep it up? Timeout, respected for FURIA. They know that this is not a free win by any means. Rebirth have been testing them in this map already. It is their pick. And it is really, like, if you look at the HLTV TV matches for this roster, pretty much the only map Rebirth play, at least multiple times. They've got 2 games logged on Inferno, 6 on Mirage, 5 of them even being wins in MDL. Right now, Rebirth, they're putting FURIA to the test, but the test of time could come up all in favor of the Brazilians right here, right now, after this timeout, 12-10, and looking to run away with the remainder of this map. Will it be that easy? Let's find out.
Oh, well, Yuri was not ready for that. 4-pack takes the short jump and is still here, and no one's even checking it. Does upgrade onto the AK, but as he goes through the smoke to try and deal with Case Serato, he exposes himself to Henny and that AWP. Art's over here in the B apartments, and right now, Carson's attention is fixated on mid, so there is a window of opportunity where Art can move in here.
Oh my, he's just cleared it out. He even sees the cat player there as well.
That's a sick call.
Yeah. This is going to get problematic for Rebirth because now Carson's retaking the site. He doesn't even know it yet. Now, Art, he needs to cover, and he's here at the right time. Oh no, he doesn't take the shot. Carson spotted him, and it's still going to be the spray for Art. Gets a little messy, but the round in their hands nonetheless. Bomb can go down now. If they plant for Catwalk, that would set up Case Serato, but instead, he's just going to come in off of mid, cutting down rotations as they stand. Case Serato has crashed, and Pungsy has no idea. He's run right past him. Finally realizing, I guess his teammate called it, and it can be won by FURIA. Case Serato crashing is an awful way to go down, but they don't have to lose the round yet.
In the market, Retchy going to try move in, does fall, and now just Exotic got the free kill on the AFK. I say AFK, crashed out the game. A 1v2, asking a little much of him here. Taps the bomb, Henny swings for the peak, and it's 13 on the board for FURIA. In a technical little 4-on-5 there. Tech pause called on in, with Case Serato dropping out of the server.
Yeah, I think they realized that as well because it looked like they wanted to go for the cat plant, and then they realized like, oh, obviously they're in the same room, right? Case Dorato, he's not here, he can't play. Just play for the 2v2, win the round. And if anything, even though Exotic kills Case Dorato, that just gives info on the mid-rotate. So they know where that last player is coming from on Catwalk. They can post up for it, and they do win the round. That's an annoying fact for FURIA, but it's not one that will cost them anything. We're going to have, obviously, a little tech pause here as we wait for Case Dorato to get reconnected. And hopefully all is fine in the FURIA camp. Very weird game, Harry. Very weird game.
So I think what we've seen from Rebirth has been pretty promising thus far. You know, like Retchi giving us a great performance right now. Top of the, well, I was going to say top of the server. Henny actually stole that little title away from him just moments ago. And Yuri has got a P90 now. So what's he going to do with it? Let's cut this over to the P90 camp. And we can keep our eye on Yuri. 4-pack going to hear these players going in through B, but the P90, here it is. Down with one, but quickly dealt with by Carson. However, it all gets laid to rest in the blink of an eye. This is going to be a FURIA round with just a Deeg and a P2 left on the side of Rebirth.
Ooh. Patience is key here. See if Rebirth go for anything, any kind of exits, even moving into this angle could be a death sentence. And so Henny waits, looks away, looks back, away, back, away, and then he hits the shot. Simple stuff, one more in the market, and Henny looking to close the round. This is FURIA's 14th nonetheless. Exotic's waiting for exits, nothing will come his way, he peeks in, and he dies. And so Henny, very aware, very ready, and FURIA warmed up. It just took a few rounds, right? It was a close first half. Rebirth went on a bit of a streak on the start of the CT side, 4 in a row off the back of their pistol, and now since that point it's been flawless for FURIA. 5 rounds in a row. Although a little B play there, the P90, not the MAC-10, used to saying that, but instead FURIA, they throw a bit of sauce in it. And they send the P90 in first. AWPs, 3 of them. We do have Exotic on that AWP as well, Harry, the moment you've been waiting for.
Yeah, triple AWP for Rebirth. Not every day that you see that. Oof. And this is not something that FURIA are going to be ready for at all, right? They've seen 2 of them, but that's pretty par for the course. And I think, honestly, it kind of works in Rebirth's favor if FURIA never even spot the triple AWP setup, because then, you know, into the next round, they still won't be ready for it. So let's see if they're able to keep that as like their little secret for now. 4-pack with one hell of a tag. I don't even know how he saw Art there.
They've seen the triple AWP.
Now they know,
he got
right?
past. Yeah, Retchi.
Not for long.
Yeah, it was called. Triple AWP seen, double AWP peeking, and Henny's got to fight back against all of them. He gets overwhelmed eventually. And they actually trade out one of the AWPs for an AK. So I like that call as well. You don't need triple AWP next round because you know that FURIA will likely anticipate it and speed up the pace as a result, go as a group. Yeah, the triple AWP, it finds success. It finds like 4 out of the 5 kills in the round. But is that a one and done? Is that a single trick up the sleeve of Rebirth, or have they got more for us? They've broken the streak from FURIA on this CT side. But yeah, I was wondering about this. A bit of a B play. Smoke's coming down from the spawn as well. It's a full rush.
Oh, they go through the molly, smoke down. Biddy just running through, and now just blindsiding 4-pack. My word. He never even knows what's coming. Carson. Short side, mollied off, smoked off, this site given over. As Rebirth have to set up for a 4-on-5 retake. Now, a lot of damage found onto Art. That softens him up a bunch, and Vinny gets dropped. Yuri using this short smoke as a bit of a one-way. That's kind of nifty there. Gets himself a double from that position. Retchi will find 2 before getting dealt with, and that's going to leave it all on Exotic here, who's already Oh, I was going to say, maybe looking to save, but takes the swing, takes the fight, and Hart puts him out of his misery. 15 on the board for FURIA. Just one away from locking in their opponent's map pick of Mirage.
Yeah, it was very loose to start this half, Harry. You're talking about it, like this T side just being very individual. FURIA splitting up, trying to just do what they usually do, getting ahead, win their fights. Rebirth now have had to deal with a lot of execute plays, and that has been coming up all FURIA. Back to the A side now. Scoped up as Art in the Palace. We have double AWP on either side. And he's got his on ramp as well. Firing a shot, moving off. Yuri gets caught by Carson on the crouch. And now Vinny flashed out from the ramp. That's a great flash. And Vinny gets the opening kill. There's still a player on default they haven't dealt with yet. And the AWP peeking over the top of stairs. Vinny's so blind. And Exotic does get the kill. 4Pack follows up. He doesn't know about the play. Dropped under though. And he kills Exotic in the madness. 4Pack has him trapped. But he could get caught by Henny below. Headshot from the AWP. Henny needs to follow up. Phantom ducks out of the round. And will live to fight another day. Carson putting in a spray and puts Henny down low. Backing up is the right call here. Reaggressing his Phantom from the connector smoke, and the bomb's been left in spawn. That is not a go-to for FURIA. Rebirth did it on one of their T-side rounds, and now it's a problem for Keserato. Does he want to go forward into the kills or back into the bomb? He'll choose the latter of the two.
So when you think about this in the perspective that there was a time, right, where FURIA were 6-0 up or 8-2 up in this game. This is a very compelling scoreline that Rebirth have been able to offer us. 12th round may be looming, but Keserato, he's been known to be pretty filthy in these 1v2s. Not ready to count him out yet, especially with this bomb plant being offered up by the lack of a CT player. And that's going to leave Rebirth now having to retake this A site. Now, they do have that man advantage, but Keserato now behind triple, going to cross back with the smoke. Actually looking to take the fight here. Trying to open up the round, and they lined up for him, but wasn't able to deal with them both. And Carson gets that all-important trade.
That was scary. That was far too close for comfort. Could have been the lineup there. I like how Keserato's trying to complicate it, right? Gets to triple, gets spammed, crosses back, jumps up, looking for fights, but Rebirth will trade for the round. 15-12. If Rebirth can make this OT, that'd be one hell of a story, but a quick tech pause before we do so. Maybe more technical issues on the side of FURIA here. We have already seen a dropped player.
I love the Vinny like power gaming glove. You always see him donning it.
What kind of powers do you think it possesses, Harry?
Well, usually, mate, for Vinny, I don't know what it seems to unlock in him, but he's been giving us some great performances. Now, not in this game right here and now. He's actually bottom of the board, so you know, I haven't really picked the best moment to be bigging him up, but hello, hello, hello. Look at what we got going on over here. It is nice to get to see some fresh faces.
I like the go for the halogen bulb there. Or maybe that's a black light. But either way, the sideways on the wall approach. Now, I know it's not orthodox.
No, it's not. It's anything but, in fact. Would you ever have like UV lights in your bedroom?
UV lights, so that maybe you just get a tan while you're standing inside, or like how does that work exactly?
When you sleep, yeah. But man,
I think it'd just be really hot and uncomfortable. It'd be like sleeping in some sort
What
of
about like a
bed.
black light then? Above your bed or something like that.
What?
Is that what they're called? The ones that like show up like all the like they used in crime scenes.
What did you call it?
Yeah, what'd you call it?
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I mean,
we
like,
didn't hear the word that you
Oh.
said. Yeah.
Is it a black light? Is that what they're called?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, Trace called
Yeah,
that
I
earlier.
thought that's what you said. Okay, well, you know.
Yeah, no,
Worried.
I
I'm
didn't mean
just
to make it
sitting here
feel
like,
weird.
well, I don't know if that's what they're called. I just heard
It
you
is.
say it. I was like, did I miss here? Like,
It's where you find, you know, like blood stains on the floor, or
Other stains on the floor,
well, I don't know anything about that.
like blood.
Oh, interesting. Well, we are back in the game. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows where this one was about to end up. Off the rails, of course. FURIA and Rebirth getting a lot closer than you would have thought. And that's just because y'all thought wrong.
What did you think, Trace? And you know, backpedal now.
And there's a reason I put 99 percentile.
Yeah, I guess, you're the one laughing now, Trace. But at the end of the day, 3 chances for FURIA to close out this map. Bit of money still remaining. K-Serato is the bank. I've got faith. And this is the pick of Rebirth as well. Don't get me wrong. They put up a great fight. Competitive. It's not over yet. They could make it OT, for all I'm saying. But in this series, in the BO3, to upset FURIA, #1 in the region, easier said than done.
And we are back into another timeout. Y'all thought the freeze time was coming through.
You're right.
Yeah, you were right, because it is actually, and it seems that we are going to be getting back underway here. FURIA just 1 round away from solidifying that of D. Mirage. Inferno next. What's the over-under on getting to overpass, Hugo?
I don't see a way Rebirth beat FURIA on Inferno, man. They've been beating EG on that map time after time. FURIA, terrifying Inferno team on that CT side.
What would you say your confidence level is? 100% or 99%?
I'm not going to go in with 100 and then let it drop after I get proven right on the first map. I'm going to stick at 100, Trace.
Okay, this is the type of guy that hits on 17 on the blackjack table now. Everyone keep that in mind. He lives on the edge. Hugo Edgelord Byron.
Don't like that name.
Oh, my bad. I thought it sounded kind of cool, honestly. You're like a chiseled, folded paper airplane.
Chiseled. That ain't flying, bud.
Well, 4-pack here in the window. Oh, tries to nail them with the old quick scope. Now ARP does get in to the window, but doesn't go much further than that. Yuri is here, luckily enough, to keep everything under control, and Exotic just gets cancelled out inside of the A site. So now for Phantom and Carsten, they're 2-on-4 up against map point on their map pick, left with a retake. But this bomb having to rotate all the way through T-spawn on the back of Henny has at least given them more time. Vinny doesn't even swing with a flash. He just swings anyway and gets them both. So FURIA, they will lock in this first map. They go 1-0 up. And now the real test is beginning for Rebirth as we get ready to take this one over to Inferno. The map pick of FURIA. Don't go anywhere.
It's not really about the dough, got a time frame. Matter of fact, about to blow up the whole thing. time. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you got something to say. Just put the fire above me. I'ma go get 'em. No time looking back, every day gotta do better. I'ma go get 'em. Blow the roof off, or I really want to see, now go tell 'em. About to touch the sky, no helmet. Preparing myself on top, no weapons. On my own, I stop caring, cause they keep telling me you can tell me nothing. Come back when you got something to say. Just put the fire above me. You can see in the back, yeah. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you got something to say. Just put the fire above me. You can see in the back, yeah.
We're living for the moment now, we're one with the world. I can't lose this feeling I get. My heart's in the right place, and so is my soul, yeah.
Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters, everybody. This is New York. The year is 2020, as if you didn't know that already. It's been a pretty wild ride, but guess what? We're still on the train, except for we were on Mirage, but you get the point, you get the rhythm, you get the rhyme. And now it's time to discuss Counter-Strike, which is exactly what we will do with Harry, Hugo, and myself. And of course, going into Inferno, things are already pretty close somehow, some way. How?
Yeah, I will say at the end, like FURIA, we saw those player cams. They won. Usually a team's like congratulating, yeah, like well done, guys, fist bumps. Now they looked a bit miffed after that one. They didn't look all too happy or all too satisfied. And I don't really blame them. That game got far closer than I think they expected, we expected, and probably far closer than it should have. Respect to Rebirth, right? Like they put in a fight, they show up, they have some good individuals, some good ideas. Their T-side was nice, but FURIA, they do take it at the end of the day. And that's kind of what we needed, right? Expected. If FURIA want to make this big streak, and at least inside of their group stage here for New York. But yeah, an impressive run for Rebirth to start, but just a very weird game, all things considered.
Yeah, I will say, right, maybe some of that, like, I don't want to say overconfidence, but just like some crack showing for FURIA. I don't think it's like overconfident related, but it is confidence related in that you know that you should be beating this team very, very comfortably. And so all those mistakes just feel like they hit home like a little bit harder to FURIA there, because it's like the moment they made one, you could kind of visibly see that it was like a bit like, oh, like we shouldn't have let that get by. And I think that kind of contributes into what you say about when that map ends. It didn't look like it was like a, yeah, we got that in, because that's like the difference between being an underdog and being the expected victors. So is you don't get like that feeling of like, yeah, guys, yeah, we did it.
Well, Harry, let's take that point a little bit further, because what you're saying is, you know, there's cracks in the sort of confidence right here for FURIA, right? At least in the beginning. Now, could we also attribute that being to a cold start, perhaps, Hugo?
I mean, they had a strong start to begin, right? Like in their CT side, they go 9-6 up. That's usually pretty comfortable. That's usually pretty fair. But you could definitely see like the reads from Rebirth knowing what to expect, holding top mid, holding Palace. And even though FURIA sometimes would get out with things they probably shouldn't have, right? Like the amount of Palace pushes we saw on that CT side that turned up in favor of FURIA was great. But then also we saw them aggressing at top mid and getting punished, or even moving into the second half, like 4-pack making the catch up and getting opening kills round after round after round. And like things like that, you know, shouldn't be happening for FURIA, shouldn't be problems, and usually aren't. But yeah, that's where you've got to give some props to Rebirth for knowing what they're up against and exploiting the tendencies of FURIA. It won't be enough to take a map, but on their pick, they show up.
Yeah, and I will say, right, like as for the individuals, man, like there were a few on Rebirth who looked like so primed and ready for everything that was coming their way. Like, you know, I don't think this was just FURIA struggling or anything along those lines. In fact, I think it was kind of the opposite in that FURIA had a really, really good start. And they were looking like they were just about to dominate this game. And then all it took was like a few rounds to come in from guys like Retchi, like 4-pack. And then suddenly, like, they started to get back into the swing of things. So, in fact, fact, I actually think FURIA showed up looking really, really good. And it was only once, like a few key rounds started to go the other way, that was when they got in their own head a little bit. But I still think that to even get to that point in time, it takes a lot from Rebirth to have put themselves in that position.
Absolutely, right? And two of those key things I think you're talking about as well is like the money getting broken on that CT side. FURIA constantly being put on forces, on ecos, often winning them hilariously, but not always. And then also in the second half, K-Sraj had that crash in the 2v3. Now, if it cost FURIA the round, I wouldn't be surprised if that's where things really got to them and maybe Rebirth could have snuck in a win, right? But like, it was still a converted round. However, that doesn't do good things for the mood. It's only going to make you more mad. And luckily, you know, FURIA were able to pull things together and close it out how they should have. But now I'm really interested to see where Inferno's going, right? Because Rebirth clearly had done some work and done some preparation coming into this game. And does that show up on a map that we know FURIA know and love?
Yeah, you got to ask if that, you know, just that little crack in the foundation, the crack in that confidence right there could be enough for Rebirth to exploit. But I mean, just overall gauging it, I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Like you still look at this at face value and you say, okay, this was a closer map than we thought, albeit started 15 minutes later than we thought due to whatever reason. And then you look at the second map of the series. Where's it going to go through on that one? Because I'm still going with FURIA face value.
Yeah, for sure, too, and I don't think you could disagree after they pick up their opponent's map pick, right? And, you know, this is where I'd like to think it's a little more dominant, but I also know that FURIA won't be able to get away with some of the crazy stuff that they often do coming into this map. Rebirth looked prepared for the aggressive CT Mirage stuff that FURIA like to show, and I imagine they're going to expect the same on Inferno. But we'll have to wait and see, because Inferno, great map for FURIA, but again, without a lot of games logged for Rebirth on HLTV, we don't really have a lot to go off of, right?
Well, I know what we do go off of. Is that would be the B stream. Hello. That would be the other stream full of the other games that you didn't know were going on. And you know what? I'm looking at this one. I'm seeing 100 Thieves. They got one map on their side, you know, and it's not like the 100 Thieves should have any sort of difference in feeling in terms of going into their matchup, just like FURIA going into this one. You think about their opponent and it would make sense.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, I think there are a lot of these games where it feels like a team should be taking it comfortably, but they can be some of the most dangerous games to play in, right? Because they're like, at the end of these games, right, when you're playing like two evenly matched teams, even if you look at like that FURIA 100 Thieves Grand Final, right, where I think for a lot of people, FURIA were the heavy favorites, and I have no doubt that they probably felt like they would go in there to win the whole event, right? But it's like at the end of that, even if you think you're the favorite, you're still like getting hyped up because 100 Thieves, they're like a big name team. Everyone knows them. That ain't happening when you're playing versus some of these smaller squads that people don't know so well. So these games can still get dangerous, as we saw there on Mirage.
Yeah, which is something you got to factor into it. How can the enemy know what you're doing if you don't know what you're doing? Which is exactly what Rebirth are hoping to land on right here. We're going to go into the second map of this series here very shortly. It's going to be Inferno, and we're going to see what FURIA have to offer when they're not playing America's top-tier Counter-Strike teams and players. Let's see when we return.
My name is Trace Saranthus. I am building a PC for Jordan Gilbert.
My goal was really to get something that was no compromise, super powerful, and ideally not built by Trace.
Yes, thank you so much, Jordan Gilbert. You know, we don't make mistakes around here. We made happy accidents.
I get a booster seat here. Enter now for a chance to win one of 3 PCs built by me, Jason, or Trace.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
We're living for the moment now, we're one with the world. I can't lose this feeling I get. My heart's in the right place, and so is my soul, yeah. I won't take no excuses for it. Love it. need it, live it. I feel like something's missing when I do not have it. I feel it in my bones, gotta find my space. These emotions on my face, taking a toll, I gotta pay it forward. I'll give it all that I can. No matter what, I won't let up. It's in my soul, it's in my blood, and I won't take no for an answer. If it don't hurt me, it makes me stronger. Yeah. No what, I won't let up. It's in my soul, it's in my blood, and I won't take it no more. If I won't, I will be there. Just leave it to me. I know what I need. You'll find if you see. And if you believe, you live and you breathe, you'll find the key. Lifting me, lifting you. Can't go alone, let's do by two. Doing this together, it's me by you. All through the night, all through the night. This is me, this is you. When we get together, we can all pull through. I don't ever wanna stop this groove. Let's get it right. Take it to the Lord, then take it to the grave. Listen to the wise man, tell me what to say. Listen to your heartbeat like it still bleed. A little bit of hope, yeah, it's what we still need. Say a little prayer for the moment. Give what you got, just go in. Can't hold you back if you own it. Live your life like it's chosen. No matter what, I won't let up. It's in my soul, it's in my blood, and I won't take no for an answer. If it don't hurt me, it makes me. And if you believe, you live and you breathe, you'll find the key. Know what I need, I know what I need.
It's been a while, yeah. Safe to say over a year. Still it feels like I saw you every day. Tired of hanging around the wall.
Intel Extreme Masters New York Online is brought to you in part by Intel, Acer Predator, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, DHL, AT&T, U.S. Air Force, and GG Bet.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters New York 2020. We'd love to have you here. We'd also love to jump into the second map of the series, which happens to be Inferno. The crescendo is building, and so is the hype. So here we go. We look at Rebirth, who put up an exponential amount of more rounds than we thought that they ever would against FURIA, the top dogs over in North America. Now we're going to see what they've got to offer on the T side of Inferno, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I've got Harry and Hugo. Whether you like it or not, they're here, and they would love to talk about it.
What's this then? Everyone's waiting bridge and they're going to cross lake. Caserato, he jump spotted and he saw everyone. So this is not a surprise for FURIA, who hang around in the apartments. Art's going to be dueling with one player down bottom B, but here comes the apps play that Yuri is very prepared for indeed. Caserato baits him in, and Yuri tries to shut him down. Some missed shots, but he follows up with two. Exotic gun as well, and now it's all 4-pack stuck at the bottom of B. Great hold for FURIA. I like the idea there for Rebirth, crossing late, trying to get up ult without information being in the hands of FURIA, but they hang around, they jump spot, and they figure everything out. Vinny's already got the P90, and it's only round 2.
Yes, and that there is why we love, and I really mean love, Vinny. He's going to bring the P90 to the table before the starters have even been ordered. They're even going to throw... Oh, they were going to try and run boost, but didn't work, did it? Vinny and a P90. Now, this is the same guy that uses the R8 on occasion. This is the same dude who's so cheeky, we try and interview him at every opportunity. And Vinny, with the P90, in with the... No one's even looking. Oh, there's a lot of ammo here for Vinny. He's on to 3. Why not make it the ace? I swear, Yuri and K-Serato, if you take this away from my guy Vinny, I will not be happy. So, there we go. Yuri, that's... I gotta walk away. I can't be in the room. I gotta go. I ought to be anywhere else but here. Seriously, I'm going.
Yeah, Carson agrees, man. He wants to be anywhere else but the B-bomb site. Running through A now. He came through CT. And he's not finding any fights here. FURIA is starting to consider, okay, he could be behind us now. There is a world where he's wrapped around the world, and that world is this world. Carson walks into K-Serato. No armor, so this UMP should just chunk him. And it does. 2-0 for FURIA. Only Glocks and the likes for Rebirth, so nothing too crazy. Coming in with a rifle round now.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. I like the T-shirt on the bottom.
You know where you can get it? Here, let me help you. Shop.eslgaming.com.
Oh, nice, dude. Hang on.
It's right next to that other place where you can start your esports career now. Play.eslgaming.com. But more importantly, we want you in the fan cams. IEM.gg/fancam. AWP out for Art. Popping the head off a 4-pack. Peace out, cuzzo. See you next round. He backs away with the smoke down on the top of middle. And Vinny with the aggression on Banana. Does have a P90. We all need to observe this moment. And by that, I mean, we'll start with you, Harry and Hugo.
Ooh. Smoked off and locked out. Rebirth already a man down. Not going to be able to get back here easily. Even a bit of a nade onto Recchi. That'll send him out.
I want to see Vinny do more with this gun. Vinny, come on.
Do something.
He's still just waiting, isn't he, down at Banana? Now, the rest of Rebirth, they're out in mid, and Yuri.
Is Art going?
He has seen that mid was clear, but the timing just couldn't be worse. Art now trying to hold this from the arch side, and Yuri does catch one. Recchi's going to hound Art down, and now he's trapped in the library. However, they're not trapped in... Oh, I forgot the line. I did it wrong. It's that Rorschach quote that you all know and love. Recchi doubling up with Vinny's P90, doing what it does best, which is locking in kills all over the place.
Almost didn't get the op, too.
Locked. Yeah,
Can he buy it again? Oh.
Fell there for a second. You know, that B-rotate didn't seem to realize they could be in CT there, but not the end of the world. And Art holds his own. K-Serato with a double.
Well, it's like once FURIA figure out and... Oh, wait a minute. What do we have here? No. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I was seeing things there for a second. But that was the fan cams. IEM.gg/fancam. Now, once they realize they've got him locked in towards the arch side, there's literally nowhere Rebirth can go that they can't be extremely focused on by FURIA.
Oh, the leg. It showed too much, and Carson gets removed through the smoke. Art on the short side finding another, and re-aggression for Yuri. He's going to get 2 kills for it, maybe a third. 4-pack shoots back, and he's getting chased from B anyway. He tries to hide underneath, and Vinny will send him 6 feet down. FURIA 4-0.
Yuri actually only goes for 1 there because the AWP was somehow got the guy in boiler. You're like, well, all right, KS, fine. And I don't mean KS like K-Serato.
A whole different beast. Let's not get ahead of ourselves with FURIA, though, right? Like, they went, what, 5-6-0 up on that first map before things got uncomfortably close. So they know better than anyone. They can't afford to let things slip and play, you know, I hate that word, overconfident, but, like, it is the bread and butter for this team.
Well, now that's confidence right there. Art, having taken his head off in the last round, 4-pack. Wants to try his luck again, this time a little bit more successful.
So we'd just like to point this out. Vinny is 7-0, and that's on the back of the P90. Now he has an M4. So what could possibly go wrong here?
He dies in game.
It could happen. It could.
Everyone knows that the P90 is kind of leading the SMG industry.
It's another one of these little top mid takes for Rebirth, but Keserato, Yuri, and Henny all here. They walk into the AWP 4-pack, and Yuri still oh, no one's even looking. No one is even looking, and that there could be the undoing of Rebirth. Keserato, players have gotten past. He's trying to watch his teammates back, but Yuri to be the one to get it. Exotic. Nice shot to find Keserato, and Yuri left in the hot seat needs an ace in a 1v2. He hears them rotating away. He's going to try and catch the timing. Yuri running, and they just get round the corner in time. They're still fighting it. And Carson's there to put the first on the board for Rebirth.
Wow. Just a series of crazy happenings right there. You obviously think about the smoke going on to the Arch Molotov. You think surely Rebirth would never put themselves in an awkward situation like that. They didn't clear a porch. But somehow, some way, a round was brought into this game.
So we're going to keep the tally up on this one. It was 7-0 with the P90, but now 0-1 with the M4.
Let it die, Harry. It was anti-eco. Let it die.
Nah, man. I support the P90 movement.
I like the gun, don't get me wrong.
P90 Tech 9, it's probably the best combination you can get right.
All right.
Never run out of ammo because you're dead immediately to a rifle.
All right, well, the haters will say that it's photoshopped. But you'll see here in a second.
Oh, this aggression is so good for Vinny. Again, same trick, different day. No one knows. Oh, the kill. Vinny is up close in the smoke. Phantom just needs to shoot. He will. The headshot comes in from the AK. Art with a flick shot does catch Phantom on the wiggle. And now the AWP's back in the hands of 4-pack. This is a mess. Art's reaggressing. 4-pack could have his number. Art's on the wrong side right now. And he does catch 4-pack scoped up. Can't follow up. Trapped in on the corner now. And the knife is out for Exotic. He gets no scoped.
Oh my God.
He almost got naded, team naded, in fact.
Scary stuff, but smooth at the same time.
The same dang time. And the no-scope at the end, you just really love to see that. And you see, FURIA, well, that whole smiling thing, this is what they call having fun.
Yeah.
Which, it is a pretty bizarre phenomenon from time to time.
Oh, Yuri with the apps cross. He's going to see so many they're flashed out, but he can't hit his shot. The spray is a miss, a whiff. And Keserato trading out guns to avoid the reload, dropping the bomb with a second and a third. Keserato showing up on this anti-eco. Rebirth with a bit of a buy, and lots of util don't even get to show us what they had in mind. FURIA removed them from the round quick as you like, and 6-1 up. Coming in with guns are Rebirth.
The Tech 9 frag comes in right there, and it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. You probably stop what you're doing. You think, what the heck happened there? Smooth moves on Keserato to switch his rifles, though. Just noted.
Yeah, who needs reloads, right? Just grab your teammate's weapon.
Then it creates another frenzy, in which whoever picks up that rifle has to reload it, which you hope is your opponent.
Yeah, I got thrown a FAMAS the other day. It was on burst fire. Didn't find out until I was...
Was it Hawkers?
I think it was Hawkers.
Wow.
No, I don't want to throw him under the bus.
Right,
I don't know if I think... Is it you, Trace?
It was actually Trace.
Yeah, God damn it, Trace. I had a feeling it wasn't
some good deflection right there.
Nice try, nice try.
Vinny.
Got me killed.
You guys can't prove anything.
Smoke Warrior, as he's sometimes known. In with the first, and now looking for even more. It's actually Henny to snipe that one away from him, but regardless, it's a huge advantage taken at Banana.
Yeah, banana control really not on the cards here for Rebirth. 3 deep for FURIA. They've already just kind of picked away.
Look at Vinny, he's still going.
Yeah, they just...
Bad man.
This is what we say about, like, overconfidence. I wouldn't say this is overconfidence.
Oh.
That was a damn fly peek right there. We're talking about the double peek from the top of middle. Art and Yuri do clean up the round, but I don't know that it's so much overconfidence as it's wanting to play down to that level.
I think overconfidence is the wrong word here. I think it's disrespect is the word that you're looking for, right?
In a way, but I wouldn't say necessarily disrespect. I mean,
I don't mean it in like the sense that they're like offending Rebirth. I mean it in like the way that they're not giving them any room.
They're not going to go through all the methodical stuff right here to play against Rebirth.
They know they can get away with more than they could versus the best in the world. So they're showing us what they can do. They're letting their individuals run wild, let loose. And finally, yeah, more smiles for FURIA. Things are happier, things are better, vibes are good. And the wind's rolling in, 7-1 right now.
So Mars will be closer to Earth tonight than it will be until 2035.
So are you saying we should all queue matchmaking and only buy P90s, and there's a chance we actually win?
And there's a chance that in doing so, we get to be the first people on Mars.
So if there was any day to like glue a bunch of ladders together, like as many as we can.
Yeah, as many as we can. And climb to Mars.
This would be the day.
Man, that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be something spectacular, let me tell you. It would be like when Fortnite first came out and you could just build off into the heavens.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
And that's all I did do, and then I installed.
The idea of like climbing to planets is great. You know, like I've climbed to Uranus, but I've never once climbed to Mars. And so I can't wait to see where that journey would take me.
Well, you'd have to like climb out of the atmosphere that is Uranus. Uranus, as they'd have us call it.
Uranus, yes.
Uranus.
Yes, of course.
Now, speaking of which, the Uranus, that is Boiler Room. Really going to be that port of call right here. The last player in 4-pack trying to get an op shot off, and he's going to have to scurry away, maybe reposition himself. He's going to catch a grenade. No, I say that. So close. They've got him trapped. They've got him pincered. Not a whole lot of places he can go. That rotation from B isn't quite there just yet. But 4-pack with 20 HP and now 0. What can you say about that, Hugo B?
8 rounds for FURIA, Trace.
Nice.
Numbers speak for themselves as I read them out verbally.
The rules are the rules.
Yeah.
And that's something I think we should all take note of.
Yeah. Certainly.
Some more than others. You two especially.
Any rules that we need to adhere to in this moment, Hugo, please?
Oh, you know, Trace.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're right.
Triple B for FURIA. They've been...
Not in my house!
You cool?
Harry, what the hell was that?
Sorry, dude. I just have this whole thing like... Oh, it's a lot. I have a lot going on.
Boom.
What? Hang on. We all saw that hit,
I think he was
right?
moving. I think he was moving.
Okay, well, this one, he at least gets that one. He sees the barrel. Retchy. Betrayed by his long old back. Barrel on the orb. Now, Art's on with another. He's having a bit of a scary round. And look at that. He's not even... Phantom's holding... Oh, Phantom should still have it. Okay, good, right. Phantom realizes, like, he's thinking like a normal person at first. He's like, right, I'll keep holding for when he runs out. And then he's like, oh, no, I'm up against FURIA. I have to see what the most grimy play is. And, of course, they've already jumped out of mid. Gone down second mid. And he does catch up. So 4-pack and Phantom.
Only one B player, but that rotate's coming in hot. K-Serato and the Spawn flashing through. They're not in yet. You can still see Phantom's holding for the flank, and he might have just missed the timing, peeling away as Yuri gets there. But Yuri won't overcommit until they know that these Ts are inside of B. It's a good call for FURIA, not overplaying their hand. Henny getting the drop and follows up through the smoke as you do. Simple as that.
Man, whenever I watch Henny play, I'm always like, man, this game looks so easy. And then I try and do what he does in the server, and it's like...
How's it go for you?
Oh, no, I'm dying all the time. And actually, I'm just throwing. But look at him. He makes this game look like it's a point-and-click adventure. I don't know how he does it.
Simple, Harry. You move the mouse, you point, and you click. Sometimes you don't even know where they are, but Henny doesn't nonetheless. And Rebirth getting blown out of the water on FURIA's map pick. 9-1 up. Again, the ult play. This time is not app spotted because there's a triple B. This is great for Rebirth. If they keep up with this elevated pace, they might drop into the site before FURIA are ready. You can see Art's not even looking at the apartments. He's got the AWP out in the pit, not the place for this weapon, and the flash should be able to stop him. There's no util over yet, only a smoke. Waiting for a flashbang. Art's got the shot, and Util coming in for Furia denies the aggression. If Rebirth just ran out off of spawn, they would have had Furia completely caught off guard. Instead, it's 5 players at the A bomb site, even pushing on the flank and catching the mid-rotate. Okay, Retchi does hit a great shot, but Rebirth could have made a lot more of this round. Retchi's really trying to get everything out of it, and it's actually forced to rotate back towards B.
Yeah, Retchi has been, I think, definitely the guy to be keeping an eye on, right? Can he get any more done in this round? Oh, getting aggressive down in mid. I don't know, man. Retchi and his Deagle onto a third, as he's now left in a clutch, and Henny is there just to get it all back under control. 10 on the board for Furia. And so we do have this reinvestment for Rebirth. Rebirth.
Stop, Harry. Don't go down that circle. That cycle. Cycle of Rebirth.
Just a very, like, tense name. Tense, that's the wrong word. I can't think. The word birth just feels like a lot.
Harry, everyone has been birthed. Every person is.
Not me, dude.
Yeah.
I just fell out the sky, landed. I was like, wow. What a journey. What a flick from Art. My goodness. Can he get any more? Well, no. The answer quickly revealed. But can Yuri get any more? That's the question we always... No, the answer quickly revealed. But can Vinny get any more down here at the bottom of Banana? He's also gone aggressive. This A site could have fallen into the hands of... Look, man, he's missed. He's got the perfect timing. They won't even ever consider this. But they do consider this. Vinny's gone as well. But now you're thinking, can Quesarato get anything done in this round? And the answer, no. He's got to back away. But then suddenly, what if I told you there's another man? There's Hedy over here in the graveyard. Can he get anything done? Oh, there's one for Hedy. But the answer is no, as ex-Recon does deal with him. And now we go back towards Old Faithful. Quesarato, can he get anything done here in the 1v3? Moving in through the library. But this man, not looking to be a book reader so much as a mind reader. And he takes ex-Recon out of the round. Quesarato, we were looking at him. We were hoping he could deliver. Luckily enough, Retchi is there to get it back under control for Rebirth.
All right, my only question for you is, Quesarato, could he get anything out of that round?
Well, he gets away with 2, right? But that's not enough sometimes.
He did one tap it, dude. So that was I mean, that was worth it. I mean, he didn't win the retake, but whatever. Cool shots nonetheless all around long. And for Henny, though, I think he's in a very pivotal position. I think, though, with a little bit better spray control there, perhaps would have found a little more success. But
Trace wouldn't have missed those.
Well, I mean, I ain't say that either. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Have you ever played Oscarish in a qualifier?
He played me.
Well, that wasn't on the qualifier, though, so...
Okay, Retchi now. Quick kill in... Oh, boy. Furia, they really are just hammering this one home. Look at the damage done. So much, so low are Rebirth in this 3-on-3, but those AKs strike hard and they strike fast. Retchi with a headshot to Henny. Vinny does go through the smoke and gets past him, but now they know. They've traded ult for B, and they've gone right up into this A site. Retchi caught on the late play, but A will be lost. It's going to have to be a retake for Furia. Where do Rebirth want to play for? It's a plant deep in the site with a player in pit. Remolly coming through again. And Furia up in the apartments looking for vengeance.
And you know, they say that revenge is a dish best served cold. However, Furia, they're certainly bringing the heat. That Molotov goes in, and Carson having a fight in it, as now it's left ex-Recon in the 1v1. Vinny, he's got the knife out. He's got the knife out. What's he playing at here? Tap on the bomb. ex-Recon, knife in hand. Into the site he goes, and he does win it out over Vinny. So Rebirth put 3 on the board as they closed that out. And early on, when we were looking for a word to describe what was going on, and we were saying, well, it's not overconfidence, it's more like disrespect or something like that. Well, now I think we're hitting those limits of overconfidence, right?
Absolutely.
When you find yourself pushed into alt mid and
alt mid again.
Yeah, and then, you know, like maybe T-apps, right? And then you lose the A site, but you've got T-spawn control. That's probably where you've hit that little tipping point.
Luckily, we're at the scoreline where Furia can afford to do that, right? Like, they can give up a couple of rounds rounds. They can go 10-5 and they won't be worried, but hey, they might go 10-5 with a buy like this. Double shotgun, triple deagle. It's a matchmaker's dream or nightmare, depending on what team you're on.
Love a good nightmare. That's what it kind of sounds like, too. Never needed like an audio illustration.
Oh dear.
That's Harry Russell with the comical Mac 10 vibes from 4-pack. He's got him stacked to the ceiling this round until he runs into Yuri. Of course, that's a deagle. And a smoke. It should slow down everything. And somehow he's able to grab the Mac 10 and stay alive and drop grenades. Yuri really putting some pain down here on Rebirth in one of the last rounds of the half.
Big downgrade onto the Mac 10 as well. I like that. You know, more bullets, but boy, are those bullets weak.
Yeah, but man, they start flying all over the place. You never know if you're going to get a dink off or not.
I like the bait, right? They shoot shots and Art stays in spawn. He actually comes to join him eventually. Keserato about to realize that this is all a ruse in
2 1-deags.
middle. Bang.
Never mind.
Body shot counts. It's still a 1D. Exotic gone. And now Rebirth setting up towards A. They don't commit. They go back into the 2-man B hole. But even though Fury's rotating with nothing called on that A site, how long will it be before he doubles back? Even Art's going as well. Now FURIA have fully committed, full send, and it's one that they're going to regret. Guys, why is it so quiet? Oh no. Oh no, it's B.
Now they hear it. They know an Art is deagle. Gotta find something.
Fighting.
Good grief.
They're actually taking the engagement. Retchi does get the better of Yuri. Not painting us a pretty picture there with the deagle, that's for sure. Keserato, it's his turn with the big Deags. And Retchi, bigger Deag than I, as he puts 4 on the board for Rebirth.
Just an AD. Shots in there. Wild scenes. Last round of the half here.
Yeah.
Second map of play.
Retchi was a top fragger of the previous map. I mean in the server, the one Canadian. And even outfragged Henny with 27 on Henny, 28 on Retchi. And he's showing up here and now. 3 kills in that round. Fighting spawn.
Yeah, there's something about them Canadians, man. You rile them up, you never know. They might stick your head in the snowbank or something.
Snowbank, is that where they get their money? Or
no, but
yeah, they say
that's not bad.
There's snowbank like snowbank, right?
Yeah,
that's their advertising slogan.
Yeah, it's actually in the top of the snow cone truck that they drive around in. You guys are pathetic.
Trying to challenge mid with the scout and now having a fullback. Now he is here alone. He gets 2 tags off and he's like, that's fine. I've done my job. And he's going to call for a double rotate from B. And now actually not a double rotate from B as both the B players come back to B. So they fooled us, but did they fool Rebirth? Vinny, Mag 7.
It's such a creepy fight to take, too. He's going to get naded into oblivion. He's not the only one. Carson down to 15 HP. Banana.
Just waiting, though.
Yeah, they are. But the thing about Banana is that's Furia's-ish. They're running that part of town.
Ooh, Art scout down in the pit. This is a scary fight to be taken. And with everyone low, this scout is going to hit like an AWP. Henny's just hiding in the site, only going to peek if he needs to. And there's Henny arriving. Art on the scout, doing all the damage. Henny there to help out at the very, very end. And FURIA, they take 11. Rebirth managed to cobble 4 together at the end of the first half of play. How's this game going to end up? I have no idea. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Please tune back in.
I don't want your empathy, I just want another enemy. I'm not gonna change a thing for you. I'm over middle ground, and I really wanna burn it down. I'm not your friend, and I won't pretend I am. So don't reach out, and I mean that. I'm under siege and I need you to see that. You're on one side, I'm on another, and we will wage war upon each other. I'm no angel, you're not either. I'm at a fever pitch, you're at a leisurely pace. I'm unscathed, I'm unafraid. A warm welcome to the war game.
Welcome to the war game.
You're no ally of mine. Your life is a kind of lie, and I know that I won't change your mind. We have no common ground, and we're never gonna figure it out. So don't get friendly, get angry. I'll bury you down by the bar.
It's the Intel Extreme Masters! Online 2020, of course, for New York, and things are back to normal now that we've gotten that yelling episode out of the way, and we're back into the second map of play here. It is that of Inferno, and it is FURIA currently running the board. And for all you cool cats and dogs out there, if you want to get a little bit closer to the action, that'll be IEM.GG/fancam. Meanwhile, the only thing not getting closer anytime soon would be the odds from FURIA and Rebirth by GG.bet.
Henny just peeking at pixel angles, spamming the Glock, takes down Phantom.
Reasonable.
Not the start you wanted if you're Rebirth, but they're going to try and keep fighting middle. They won't push it, right? They don't got the ghoul for that, but maybe they should have, because this is not coming up with results either. He was just on the angle. Retchy does peek him as Art moves away, trying to reposition inside of the B site, calling for rotations. He's made the right call. 2 coming here from CT. Deep smoke. FURIA love this, but they're just going to go through it. They're here in time. Exotic dropping the bomb and backing up on the tree. 2 CTs in position with Retchy covering from the bomb site. It's going from bad to worse, sending Vinny in first, who is low HP. Queserato might want the P250, but it's too late to trade now. And now they just got to try and win some battles. Nice shot for Vinny. Queso with a cover, and he will go down. It's 2 health, 2 players, and 2 taps. Maybe Vinny can do it.
Oh, it's so close, and Vinny, 1 shot away, and that there was always going to be his undoing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was believing for a moment.
It's when you get that one click with that P250, you're just like...
Yeah, and then he does it again, and then at that point, you're like...
Hold on, I got a soundboard for this. Yep, that's about what it sounds like right there.
What did you have to like type the name into your soundboard?
Well, there's just so many options to choose from.
Oh, fair play.
Pick one.
I got like taser noise. You got that?
Ah!
All right.
What else you got?
Taser spelt with an S, not a Z. Is it different, or is it under the same category?
No,
Type it in, Trace. What does the machine say?
Taser. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I think that's just what it said. Yeah, it's just taser. It's like an 8-ball.
Using text-to-speech at that point.
Yeah, it's basically if you're shaking the magic 8-ball over here.
Ooh. Hello. Booster. Oh. Bye, Yuri. Oh, no, it might go deep. No. Yeah, he's dead.
Well, we were going to boost, and then there wasn't a boost because you can't really do that with one player. Henny and Queserato, 1 deagle between the 2 of them, and so far, so good when they take down 4-pack with just 1 shot. Why get a 4-pack when you only need 1?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Serato and his Deagle deliver another, but for Henny, there's a man closing in through the banana. And
the spin!
Could you imagine? He gets the tag and now getting pressured. Henny with the Deagle. Oh, every shot feels like it's getting closer, but none of them connecting.
And you look at Rebirth right there in that round, right? Obviously, they had a weapon advantage, and obviously, the round was geared for them to win. But you want to keep taking fights against a guy with a Deagle? Do you really want to keep doing that?
I admire the confidence.
I mean,
it will get them back. It will bite them back at some point.
Yeah, you know, I've admired confidence a few times in my life, and it's led me to some pretty dumb situations. And on that one, they could have went bad. They could have fed him just 2 Deagle kills right there. But they didn't, and that's not the reality. That's not the world we live in, Hugo.
Yeah.
So that's not a world I want to bring you up in.
Thanks, Dad.
You got the soundboard for that one? Oh, no. Wrong sound. Wrong.
Sorry, that was the Rebirth sound effect.
Oh, well, that's what they play every time they walk into the arena. All right.
Me out.
Yep. Canceled, of course.
Rebuy now for FURIA at least, right? These away, AKs to stay, and a bit of a bonus for Rebirth with 1 SMG left, so it's all right. Through the smoke, Serato, they're going to run at him, and yeah, aggression with the SMGs gets denied anymore for Serato. He's falling into their spray. Surely dead here. Don't know how he's living. Art's going to go back for a little bit of a revenge, and he does get traded. Vinny keeps it intact for FURIA, and they think B's clear. They are so wrong. These rotates have been very fast ever since the pistol for Rebirth. FURIA committing, though. They do lose Vinny on the way in, but they've got the sight.
Yeah, he's going to go for that plant for sure. Look at the Molotov usage here for FURIA. They know what's up. They know that player is wrapped all the way back around through the construction area. And with those Molotovs dissolving, it's going to leave an avenue of approach open. 4-pack just left wondering where he's going to find these T players after the bomb plant. Well, you found Yuri. Or rather, Yuri found you. And now just Exotic. Late to the bomb site. Potentially late to the game as well.
Oh, and Yuri overruns him. FURIA on to 12 as they make quick work of that B site. And so now Rebirth with no money left to reinvest. They might just have to take it. Well, taking an eco is like problematic as well because you're double eco on some of these guys. So it's a bit of a conundrum here for Rebirth. Like, do they take an eco and have a really kind of rubbish buy up against 12? No, they force.
Yeah. I'd have done the same thing. Not a good call, not a nice call to have to make, but the scout, that's not too bad. It's not an AWP, but it hits 2 players down low.
Especially you're peeking mid like that, you know, perhaps you can get off, you know, a 1 shot on the dome or something, but nope. And also, Lucas leaves Imperial. As of 50 seconds ago, official report there by HLTV.org.
What a fast trace.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just got to keep your finger to the pulse.
Brazilian scene shaken up right now. There's a lot of good teams, right? Like, we actually talked about this when we were covering SA region. Like, if you look even on like regional rankings on HLTV, there's just so many Brazilian teams in comparison to other regions. Like, so many teams that are not playing at a top level, but playing at local lands, playing at regional events, and that's awesome, man. So like teams like MIBR, teams like FURIA, they've really pushed the scene forward in a huge way, and a lot more.
They have, and now you kind of look at the fallout, right? Of say like an MIBR who are no longer in action, dare I say, and then you have a FURIA who are just destroying people online, destroying NA's scene, albeit in the best ways possible. You just got to think about like, okay, when those teams like MIBR fall, what happens to the remainder of the scene? And North America's scene is kind of in the same place.
Yeah, at least
it's a power vacuum.
What is good is like the timing of MIBR falling is like the timing of the FURIA rise, right? So there's still someone to root for, you know, regionally, domestically, and there's still that belief that, okay, yeah, right, the old guys, they maybe not kicking around so much anymore, but there still are people from our country representing, and they still are playing at the top level, and not a single person who likes Counter-Strike could doubt that FURIA are one of the best teams in the world right now. So that's awesome, and it only drives more players from that scene to go and compete.
And perhaps, you know, you need a little more evidence. Oh, these guys on the desk, they're always talking about it a lot. No, actually, it's Astralis saying along the lines of like, hey, I wish we could play FURIA right now. You know, or there are teams dying for that international competition right there that seemingly we won't have answers until that does happen, which luckily we have the Global Challenge coming up. That's right. Tell us about the Global Challenge, Hugo.
Yeah, coming in December, later in the year, the IEM Global Challenge. We've got LAN back in action here in Cologne. We've got teams flying over from the European and North American region, hopefully including FURIA. We're still waiting on more details about attending and qualifying. But when those come through, again, we're expecting FURIA, EG, Liquid. These are some of the names that we want to see on LAN, and hopefully they'll get there as well. So keep your eyes on that. If you're ready for LAN Counter-Strike to come back, we certainly are here at the IEM New York. But it's been into a bit of a B play for a couple of members of FURIA, into a stack as well, but not a lot to show for it. Checked. Serato, he doesn't know. Oh dear, the gun barrel, the model could get in his way. He's going to get out alive.
Look at all the positioning over on A.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it is a stack, but then FURIA probably just puzzled. Like, surely there's somebody over here. Surely we're going to find somebody. And no, Art wrapping all the way through CT. Now the information is up. Now the jig is up. Now it's just a matter of how many people are going to peek Art and how much information, because the bomb's already over at A.
Yeah, no reason to overextend when you've got Phantom tucked in the tree, right? Like, you know, if anyone crosses towards the site, they're going to get a possible free kill. Phantom just waiting patiently. Does Art check him is the question. He looks likely.
Respect.
Vinny finding another. They know Exotic's here too, and Phantom's finally had enough of waiting around. Maybe he should have had a little more patience in him, but at the end of the day, it's not all too important. This is an eco, and Rebirth are getting swept as the bomb has already been planted. Oh, very close in the smoke. But spamming the D gives it away, and Art, low HP, both of them a shot away from death.
Here's Exotic.
Woo!
Finds the first kill on a Yuri. Looked pretty clean, but overall he's already pretty low HP, already pretty pincered into that site and into that conundrum that is the quadrant of B site on the map.
It's just about, you know, sweeping it under the rug there for FURIA, just cleaning house as the round was already theirs, and the map might just fall in their favor as well. We have one more chance for Rebirth up against 14 to buy in and to do what they can do. But at this point, FURIA on their map pick, it may have been close. Yeah, that kid was wild.
He was on his chair, yeah.
It may have been close in Mirage, but Inferno is no same situation. Ooh.
See, that's the kind of behavior that I want to encourage. However, safety first.
Yeah.
So jumping up and down in your chair from Office Depot or whatever, or wherever you got it from, not advisable.
Watch out. That smoke bounced for K-Serato. It would have put the molly out, giving him top B control, but it bounced. And it goes past the Molotov. FURIA have to go A as a result, but if anything, they've avoided the triple B setup.
Yes, they have. And so now, this A play, maybe a little bit deadly, especially with this library getting smoked off and 4-Pack having a fight from the other side of it. Now, when they throw these smokes, something to note is that they do it in a way that blocks off the library first, and then they throw the arch and deep library smoke. So that closer one almost works like a bit of a doorway. It lets you separate those fights based on the smoke timings. That's pretty cool. Exotic down in pit, he's anything but cool as he gets burnt to death. 4-Pack dropped at long. And this one is going to be 15 on the board for FURIA as Phantom and Carson are left in this round in a 2-on-4 now. But that one kill onto Vinny is hardly going to be like the last hurrah you were hoping it was. And getting out of the round with 2 Famises up against 15, that's gross.
Yeah, it's a best case scenario, yet still sounds awful. And that's because it kind of is. But this is like, you know, as much as it was nice to see Rebirth show up and give us something to talk about on that first map, this is kind of what I want from FURIA. I don't want them dropping games like this.
Getting out of the round, which they're not even going to get to do because Art just hunts them down, but getting out of the round with like 2 Famises and a save up against 15 is like having your bank ring you and say like, yeah, someone stole your identity and all the money's gone. But the good news is all the debts you owe, they're still fine. They're untouched. And it's like, oh, sound. Well, I'm glad I'm having a great day. But anyway, that's enough about my 2015. As now we move on to 15-6 in favor of FURIA.
It's the MP9 time. to the clock, and you scream in delight. It's a mid-push. Art with a leg. Tech9 is out. He wants to close this here and now, and he might just be able to spray for Vinny. They can't see a thing through the Molotov. K-Starata comes in with another, and Yuri in lower, popping up with a double. It's all on Retchy, and you might Retch at this round because Furia are 1 kill away from 15 or 16 to 6.
And you know, you look at this round from the Rebirth perspective, and you think,
Vinny.
Well, okay, Vinny. Anyway, a little bit of an info play, but you think, all right, that was their Hail Mary. That was their saving grace. They thought for sure, well, maybe not for sure. They thought there's a chance. But guess what? There wasn't. It's Furia coming out on top, banging them out, getting it done in style. We're going to go into a quick break. We're going to come back and digest all of this verbally for all of you cool cats and dogs out there. Don't move a muscle. We'll BRB.
Leader, I got my team up. I've been a dreamer. I switched the scene up. I done got that green up. It don't make me fiend up. But they know I'm being with the rats. Call me the fiend up. Heavy work. Leader, I got my team up. I've been a dreamer. I switched the scene up. I done got that green up. It don't make me fiend up. But they know I'm being with the rats. Call me the fiend up. Heavy work. Leader, I got my team up. I've been a dreamer. I switched the scene up. I done got that green
I've come to make a name, ready for battle. Cause I got a throne to claim. Think that I'll crumble. I'll show you